Oh, back to the Xbox One S again. This time it's another one. It's the all digital edition. Let's see if this one works. Hi guys, Retro Tech Ralph here with another Xbox One S repair. This time, that should be at the beginning, it's the all digital edition, just basically means it doesn't have a disk drive in it. Now, with the last failure with the Xbox One S standard edition, shall we say, I'm not 100% certain on fixing these, shall we say. I think the other one was a power rail issue or some sort of bit on the board. I need to look into more with that. So there will be another video for that one coming eventually anyway. So this one's plugged in. I'll get this one on the right channel. You'll be able to hear what's going on anyway. That's on the right channel of TV. Turn the power on. I have a controller which isn't paired to this because this has only just been switched on. So I've not long since received this. So let's have a look. Power. Okay, that comes on. The light comes on, goes bright and then goes dim. And then goes bright again, dim. Okay. It's not gone off yet. Ah, okay. Well, that's different than the last one. Saying on the screen, something went wrong. Restart this Xbox, troubleshooting, and I've got a system error E102000C0180070003. Okay, so I need to start by pairing this with that. Flashing on the front. Turn this on. Oh, no, I think I've just turned my other Xbox on. Doesn't help. Well, they could be turning that one off. Right, because that's still paired with that one, so it doesn't help at all. Okay, right, I need to look into this a little bit. Flashing fast. That's stopped flashing. That's now paired with something. Ah, it's the one on here. Right, so I have a problem with my Xbox One X, which Muse or John knows about, because the USB on the front and the pairing button does not work, because that's what he broke on it. It works, we've got to work around by using a cable in the USBs around the back, and it will pair to it. But at the moment, that Xbox is just sat there. Let's turn that off, doing nothing. So I can go to troubleshooting on this, which is good. I've got restart the Xbox, reset the Xbox, turn off and offline system update. Now I have the operating system anyway, so I can potentially go straight to an offline system update, which has done that fine. Oh, just press restart this Xbox to see what happens anyway. Tum-de-tum. So it's coming back on again, which is good. Always good when it comes back on. It's not turned off like the last one, so possibly not another power supply issue. Right, so that's come out with the same thing. So turning it off and on again didn't work. Let's try an offline system update. I have the update on there. Preparing console. Ah. Okay, so now a system error 101 000050380070003, which is the same number as last time, except the error code was an E102. Now let me look into this and see what I can figure out what is wrong with this. So, had a look into it, and both of these seem like it might be a hard drive error. So an E102, I think, is a error with, yeah, definitely a hard drive. One of it says the hard drive is full, which potentially means that it's either it's not in there, or it's potentially corrupted. So we need to have a look inside. So this won't work anyway, so let's just turn off the Xbox normally instead of ragging out the cable. That's off. Right, so the thing with this is, if you can see there, this is factory sealed. This has never been into, so we're gonna have to break that to get into this. And if it is a hard drive issue, I might dismantle the other one. So yeah, I might take out the hard drive from that one, which was prepared to go into that one, which then is a power supply issue. Or even, since I actually have, whoa, the other one is actually plugged into the PC at the moment still, it could potentially be that. It could be a... But I do notice there's lots of fluff inside here. So this does need a strip down. As before, it needs... Yeah, a little bit of gunk on there. It needs a pry tool, preferably plastic. If you have to use metal, so be it. Screwdriver, I don't recommend a screwdriver because you will bend or at least squash into this on the plastics as you're trying to prise this off. But this bottom case comes off first to leave the metal underneath. Now I'm guessing the only difference between this and the standard edition is it just doesn't have a disk drive. So strip down time and take this to pieces. Okay, first little iffy part. Right, there's a little bit of fluff under here. Great. Is this corner here. Usually you try and pry it off from this corner and it comes off, but this was actually almost stuck in. Rest room, your clips go in here with all the little tabs around, but I've managed to break this bottom part here. It's not the end of the world. Do one of these or a tenner, but I've glued that together and that's fine for what I need this for. So yeah, the button's there for pushing onto there. What I need to do now is take out every single one of these screws, which surprisingly, they're all there, including the disk drive caddy. I should normally just be able to take out the green ones, but I shouldn't really need to take the B screws out, the C screws. But yeah, we'll plod through this. Well, we'll take the ears out as well because it only holds the clamp to this metal, metal section. But I will want to take that out eventually anyway. I need to take this the white plastic bit off, so all the screws come out and everything should just be easy then. Now with the screws out, the big reveal is it's dirty. Well, not over the top, so it's not too bad. Just put that over there for a second. This top case won't come off. Two reasons. One, this front panel here, which should have, doesn't have the drive with it. Now I watched a video on Tronic Fix and he tried putting a drive in here. However, the problem with that is he came up with it quite quickly. Why he couldn't do that is that the daughter board, which is on the drive itself, needs to be married up with the actual motherboard, and we somehow we can't do that. So at the moment, oh, there's another two on bottom as well. Strange. How cover up something so much with 5 screws? Just because, yeah, just because we probably eventually, let's say we'll add 10 years onto this and the hacking community will have a go at these and really have fun doing it, and they will quite easily marry up anything with anything. But also by then we'll have 100 million terabyte hard drive, so you'll fit all the games on anyway. So eventually, yeah, stuff will happen. So the top off here, ooh, that's a little bit on there. Is this actually burned on there? Let me try a flat plastic screwdriver instead of scratching. Different part on here. Yeah. Whatever's been in here, and that's actually pushed in as well, is it's probably just normal grease, grime, crap from the air in your house. And yes, you do have them. Everybody has it. Has taken off the silver part on that. Doesn't matter so much. I could probably just spray it black anyway. So everything does need a bit of a clean, but not too much. The fan, yes, disgusting. The power supply, yes, disgusting. The hard drive, again. So what I need to do is clean. So I'm going to clean to start with, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that hard drive and try this as it is. So I'll get cleaned up a little bit, clean this up, no end, because yeah, this just won't. It's not affecting the actual system, but there is one thing which it possibly might affect the system with it being overheating, but it's not showing that error. So the airflow is pretty good. Yeah, I do need to strip off. That will come off anyway for the thermal paste, but I'm going to try, before that comes off, to replace the hard drive. So clean and hard drive replacement. Okay, things have been stripped down nicely. The hard drive which was in this originally, it's a shame, it's a 1 terabyte. The computer itself is not reading it whatsoever. So I've put in the 0.5 terabyte, the 500 gig, which was the original one from the last Xbox One S. So I'm going to try that to see if it will do anything. I mean, I've got computer on. I thought that was the fault, but it kept clicking, but it might not have been that anyway. A little bit cleaner in here. So I need the controller at the moment, fan mode, which was good. I missed that kind of, but it didn't. So power on, lights on, which is good. Slowing down, okay, that's what they do. I'll wait to pair up the controller. It is already repaired, it should be repaired anyway. Same preparing console, straight away on there now. Which is a bit strange since I haven't got the USB in there. Light's still on. Well, I said preparing console. Still preparing console, going to 1080. Something went wrong. A 1006 error. Okay, so that might still be a fault with that hard drive. I don't know. There's nothing on the hard drive apart from I left the partitions and I've left the folders in there. Well, no, the partitions are on, but that's all there is. So an E106 80070002. Okay, it's still a startup error. Might not be the end of the world, but we've got a different error for a change. Now, while you've been away, or while I've been busy, I've stripped down the other Xbox One S for the hard drive, which that is the brand new one, which was prepared, ready to go in with the USB. So what I'm going to do is, I still need a bit more cleaning to do. I've done the power supply, I've cleaned that out. The board could do be coming out, which it will do when I take out the fan and repaste and clean the fan anyway. It's not massively bad, but if I'm going to sell this, then yeah, why not? So right, everything's as it should be. There's no problem with overheat whatsoever. So I'm going to turn power on with the new hard drive. This is the original one from the Xbox One S. So I thought there was a fault with it. It's more of a power problem, I'm thinking, but not with the power supply because it just kicks out 12 volts. So yeah, power's on. You can see there reflects on my hand. Screen is blank so far. I'm just going to pair up the controller. Preparing console, it's saying 2%, 3%, and then goes off. Goes on to be error code 106. So what I'm going to do, troubleshooting. I've got the USB card in with OSU 1, which would be for the S's. The OSU 2 and 3 apparently for the original Xbox, well, Xbox One, should I say. So let me see if that light keeps turning on and off again. That's quite weird. I'm going to do the online system update now. Preparing console. Now, let's hope this isn't a 2 for 2, where they're both not really working, but at least it gives us an idea of what's inside these, and obviously a big massive gap there, but that stupid part on here just to cover over where you haven't got something, but not covering over everything else, that's weird. But also underneath here, there's the power supply cable and the SCSI cable for it, so you could potentially put one on, but you can't pair the drive to the board. But like I say, eventually, maybe hackers in the future, I don't know, it could be a potential what they could do. I mean, these systems, I'd like getting these systems now while they're still, let's say, easily cleanable and not covered in 30 years worth of goo and gunk and all sorts. So it's good to have them and potentially even store them for the future. These will be phased out pretty quickly soon anyway, because the Xbox Series X and S are completely taken over, but they've been around for quite a few years anyway, so that's quite weird. Now, while I'm saying this, it's still saying updating, it's still going. I've got downloading 21% and 11% of the console. Yeah, the console will reset during the update. Is it working? I'll jump forward a bit to see when this actually stops, because I've got no faith in any of these actually working. Now, as actual luck would have it, this is on step 2 now, as a car goes past the garage at warp speed. Verifying 11%, I'm 52% when reset during the update. Well, your console, yes, 52% and 17%. This is still going. Now, honestly, it's just shut itself down as it just did the verification. Maybe this still works. I'll set you, if it does carry on going, I will set you up on the camera over there so you can see the screen. So we are now on applying 5%, 65% of completion, 6%, 7%. I think the one before that I had with the S went to 66% applying and 88% of the actual full update. If it goes past that, I will be yeah, waiting for it to crash. Now, surprised is, yeah. So far, hop over, what? Popkin, what? Set up the Xbox app, press the 3. No, well, it doesn't set it up in, right, so you can't see that well there, can you? Because I've got the garage door open so there's light coming through and it's nice and fresh and cool in here. So it is actually working. You can see English there. You can't see me at all anyway, so yes. So it's going. So English, United Kingdom. I'm a United Kingdom. Network is connected. Yes, I've got the cable in the back, which is good. Where do you live? Well, yes. But I'm not showing everything else where I live. If you want to send me something, then please get in touch and I'll give you my address so you can donate something to the channel or be a patron. Choose your language. What? Change your language? How do I change it to what I've already selected? Ooh. So I've got another update coming through. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Verification, 99%. So it looks like this one was the 1 terabyte, which I've actually tried in the PC again. The 1 terabyte hard drive, which just does not want to be recognized at all. I can't get it in Disk Explorer. I can't get it in anything at all. So it's I don't know why it's not there. So it's kind of, it must just be knackered. It's a shame that it's the 1 terabyte, but I'm saying that and it went off. What I want to do is, see, I've got the S already down here in parts and without the hard drive in it, because that's the new one in the digital edition. What I'm going to do, if this works, big if, I'm going to keep the brand new hard drive in there, and it costs 20 quid, so that's fine. He's still going for something, but it hasn't got anything on the screen, which is worrying me. If this works, fine, I'll leave it as is with the new hard drive. I'm going to take out the hard drive on this and fit in the one that came out of the Xbox One S and see if it will update everything and anything onto this disc. Now, I don't suspect it will work on the S, but at least it will give me a hard drive which should work. Should work fine. If there was a fault with this, which I don't think there was one now, this will look back to the other video with the S, by the way, is that could give me a potential way in to getting the S working. Oh, press A. Okay, sorry. Sign to network. Yes. Spinning around nicely. So as I sign into my network and see if I can get this thing working, quick jump cut. Well, yeah, why not? Now, as an absolute blooming miracle, this works. Shame with it being the older digital, it's got a 0.5 gigabyte, but I could quite easily upgrade and put a 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte in there, with it only being digital. But the Xbox One I have, that I got from Tim, and the Xbox One X I got from John, are 0.5 gigabytes, oh, no, sorry, 0.5 terabytes, and I don't fill them. I don't fill them at all, so do I need another one? I don't know. Maybe I can upgrade one to an SSD. This one would be a good option to upgrade it to. Technically, this works fine. I don't use the discs in the house. I could swap this one with the one I got with Tim's, but unfortunately, my other half has stolen that one completely. So that's not really. It is an option, but it's faffing and whatever. And to be honest, it's perfectly fine in there anyway. So we'll leave it as is. So this works fine. I win some Oreos. Yeah, games and apps. I have the full pass anyway for Xbox unlimited, well, yeah, yeah. So I can put on whatever games I want, I can put whatever bits and bats and stuff. So surprisingly for me, this is a win. So all I need to do now is strip this down, take out the fan, clean the board, and repaste as well. So I'll get on with that now while I'm just stood around talking to you. We're taking this to pieces. All I'm missing is actually this piece of metal that goes across here. But I think that's compensated with that stupid little bloody big metal thing anyway. So we have the sides there to clean. We have the Xbox clamp to take off. Now, as luck would have it, and the mail taking forever, I have a removal clamp. So it took a while to do. I could quite easily just take off there, take the fan off and clean that, which I actually will do anyway. This is not what this is meant for, but it will work for that. So there's a fan. It does need clean underneath, but I do need to get to, from there, to this off to repaste. So, as these show, and I will try and show you, with a clamp, if you use a screwdriver like I've done before, right in there, it will prise this part up and off and pop off. However, the easiest way is not go underneath it, because you will damage the board doing that. Go just above it, between where it hooks round. Just put it in there. Make sure both sides are on, and you can prise, not backwards, forwards. It comes off. As simple as that. So just slide it in, off it goes. That's a lot easier than a screwdriver, but either way, what works for you. Oh, this is the first time we've looked at this board. There doesn't really seem, there's your usual powdered sort of white stuff everywhere on this, but I kind of think that's down to production, or maybe these have been put together quite a lot. A lot of dry paste on there. Chip's nice and cool now. Little bits and bats on the board I will clean. It's not bad. Not bad at all. So with it now actually working, and I'm amazed I've actually got something lately working with the PlayStations and the other Xbox. Yeah, it's become a bit of a, yeah, things aren't working well, but yay, works fine. So with now everything in pieces, which is good, everything looks quite clean, dust free, and I'm gonna start I'm gonna clean these off anyway. There's far too much paste on there, but good dropper isopropanol on both of these. I will scrape these off first because it is quite dried on thermal paste. Put some decent Arctic silver on, and just scrape off and then clean off with isopropanol. Don't use a metal scraper. Plastics are damaging enough. So just nice and gently remove, then isopropanol this. Do the same with the chip, but make sure you are careful when it comes to the resistors that are all over that chip. You can't get it off with a scraper, don't. You can't get it off with a toothbrush, don't. Let isopropanol do its job. It'll take a lot longer. I thought something dropped on then. No. So nice clean, repaste and reassembly. And so with everything nice and clean, I'm going to start putting this back together. Now, watch a lot of other YouTube videos, and it always makes me laugh when you see people putting things back together again. Tronics Fix makes me laugh. He's really good at what he does. When he turns around and says he's got the perfect amount of thermal paste on. Yeah, watching the amount of videos that I do, he does put a different amount on. I mean, I'm just quite happy with the size of this, having something just a bit bigger than a grain of rice, which should be fine. So, let's get this ready. Okay, so, there. I don't need more than that. That might be too much. Blob in the middle. It will spread out. I don't like, because I've watched so many videos on how to do this. This is why I know that that is probably the right amount. Is some people try and spread it. When that goes down, that's going to spread over all the capacitors round there anyway. So it's not like it's going to be over the top and short anything out. It looks fine. There's probably too much there, but it's fine. What works for me. So that's fine. A lot of people spread, a lot of people put like a box around it. If it's boxed, then you might trap a bit of air in the middle, and I've seen videos on that, and no, that's not a good idea. So we want to do this, to put that in place. I'll do the fan afterwards. So that's on, in, and not entirely through. So I'm going to flip that round, put the clamp on. Doesn't matter which one you put on first, as long as the actual leg, the bottom part of this lips around the part underneath there. So that's one. You can put a second one across, and that should click in place. If I can put this on the desk, that's better. 3, pushes in place. 4, will also need to be on the desk. Oh, blimey. Something I can press down with. Actually, if I look properly enough, this one over here has gone too far. So I'm going to get the Xbox clamp, just raise up a little bit. There you go. So as long as they're on that bit only. So that puts that back in place. Perfect. Okay, so once you're not clamping all the way to the bottom, that's fine. So that will be pasted. I can't tell if there's anything squodged out because it looks perfectly fine. Actually, I can see the capacitors in there. Yeah, perfect. If I may say so myself. So I'm going to do a little fast forward montage to put this into itself, because I do need for this one for doing the other Xbox S. So I'm going to fast forward from right now, and we'll get this back together again. So with everything, I've stopped there because everything I need is in at the moment. Does that go underneath there? Does that go on top of there? Ooh, okay. That goes in last. So that, luckily I stopped that one. So I wouldn't put that on first. Put this part on top. Screw that in place, these 2 screws, and then 3 that go through the top. But this is not what I'm doing. This is as far as I'm going with this because I want to test it. All the green screws hold the plastic together. As far as I want to test it, so I need to rig this up now too. Oh, I've got everything everywhere. I really do need to do these sort of takes and tidy up beforehand. Right, so we're on the right channel, right bit there. HDMI in. I have got the hard drive plugged in, even though I didn't need to screw it down. Fans on, power supply's on, front board, Wi-Fi board, everything is as it needs to be. So on it goes, white light, which is there, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait. And this should give you your Xbox loading noise, unless I've completely destroyed everything while I've been away. I can hear it reading the hard drive, which is good. Still a black screen, but this is a boot up from, not cold, I'd say more like from nothing. It's strange how this plastic bit is on here still. It must be just structural, just so you don't press down on the top. Press down too much, you'll probably press the fan onto the heatsink below it. Ah, there you go. So done. So my account is on. I can see, let me turn the power on, unless I'm really scammy you all. You can hear that going on. Xbox Game Pass is there. Ah, it's a go online. I don't have the cable in, and I don't have the network set up on this for the wireless in here. So my games doesn't show anything anywhere. Actually, the apps, I've got plenty of apps. The reward points and stuff like that. The avatars. Yeah. No point me trying a game because. Yeah, because. So. Yeah, because. So that's it for this. This is working perfect. The new hard drive in it, that was the fault. Yes, it's a shame that it doesn't work with the old 1 terabyte. However, weirdly enough, I have actually in the past, before I had to put this back together again, did notice that the computer management on the PC does recognise it. Actually, it is the device manager will recognise it. Computer management doesn't, and the computer itself, in my computer, this PC, whatever you want to call it nowadays, doesn't. So it's something to work on. If it's completely failed, it's reading the board and it's reading the right one. If it's working but it's not formatted, it might have been stuck between an update and just completely the entire hard drive. So I can work on something on that. Whether it'll work properly or not, I don't know. So there we go. I've finally fixed one. So this can either, I'm going to test this one to try and fix the S in my own time to see if I can get the hard drive working fine in it. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. Win. Finally, a win. And I'm not going to block off the fan in case I blow things up. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Consider a donation. Consider being a Patreon to help out every month to the channel to keep me going. Comment down below if I've done something wrong that you didn't like, then if you've done something that you did like, then please comment. It helps. Anything helps, really. So with that in mind, I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.